Hello viewers and welcome to yet another episode of Crime Watch. And this week we are bringing to you this episode from ZRP Golf Club in Harare. Well, this is a program that is proudly brought to you by your police service in order to cement police public synergies in combating crime. My name is Elliot Kudzai Ganyani. Now, the Zimbabwe Republic Police is in overdrive to wipe out violent criminals who are committing various robbery cases across the country. The police spokesperson, Assistant Commissioner Paul Nyati, speaks on this and more.
The Zimbabwe Republic Police wishes to reiterate calls which we have been making all along that companies, individuals, should not keep large sums of money at business premises or in their private homes. Of late, we have witnessed robbery cases where some complainants have lost huge sums of money, some ranging to US $34,000, US $100,000, US $60,000 through robbery cases where criminals are coming to either a company or to a private home, and they target the spot where money is being kept. And in most of these cases, we've realized that people are sharing information on their financial dealings. People are sharing information on their financial status with the strangers, with peers, even some relatives, where at the end of the day, the information leaks to criminals and then they are targeted. And we have also realized that there are some cash in transit activities which are being conducted by companies, by financial institutions, and in some of these activities they contract some security companies. We want to urge companies, we want to urge financial institutions in order to share information with each and every person, with each and every employee on the movement of cash in their companies, because we have realized that information is compromised, information is being given to criminals. We are also aware that some of these robbery cases are stage managed, and we want to again plead with company management, with the individuals, to be very cautious on the way their financial dealings are handled. We are also warning criminals out there that the police will take stern measures to ensure that the law takes its course. We've had some arrests, we've had some shootouts, specifically in Gwanda last week, where 4 armed robbers were shot dead after exchanging fire with police officers. And we will take appropriate response which is dictated by the situation prevailing when responding to some of these cases. And definitely, the police has stepped up the movements of crack teams who are monitoring the situation, who are tracking some of these armed robbery suspects. And for those who are hiring security companies, please make adequate arrangements to ensure that the security companies, they always stay alert.
The police spokesperson also spoke on the fight against corruption.
And then we move on to the issue of corruption, where in the last 2 months, the police has arrested police officers. The police has arrested members of the public who are in the habit of engaging in corrupt activities along the road, where you find that there are members of the public who move around, not complying with the law. They know very well that they've committed a particular offense. Then they negotiate with police officers. Then they offer some bribes. Initially, we were arresting police officers. But after realizing that the situation was not abating, we've had to arrest members of the public who are offering bribes to police officers. And as we speak, over 150 people have been arrested. Some of them have been taken to the courts where they've been convicted. Some of the cases are pending, and I want to plead with the Zimbabweans, let's do our activities in an open manner, in an honest manner, in a transparent manner, so that we don't contribute to criminal activities in the country.
A warning there to all criminal elements out there. The Zimbabwe Republic Police will do everything within its power to make sure that law and order prevails. Moving on, police in Dzivarasekwa in Harare apprehended a 41-year-old man for aggravated indecent assault after he sexually abused a 4-year-old minor.
We are concerned about child abuse cases which are happening in our policing area. Recently, we apprehended a 41-year-old man by the name Boaz Stole in connection with a case of aggravated indecent assault. Circumstances are that the accused person was left in the custody of a 4-year-old minor by the mother in Glaudina area, Harare. He then inserted an unknown object into the minor's private part. Upon the mother's return, she discovered that her daughter was complaining of vaginal pains. She quickly reported the matter at Dzivarasekwa police station. We swiftly reacted and apprehended the culprit.
The officer in charge at Dzivarasekwa, that is Chief Inspector Judith Tinaro, added her voice on this story.
We are thankful to the Judiciary Service Commission for conducting this trial in an efficient and very short time. The accused person was given a deterrent sentence of 13 years. We also applaud the mother for quickly reporting the case as soon as she discovered that something was wrong with the child. This timeous reporting helped the police in accounting for the accused person and bringing him to book. Meanwhile, we have taken a tough stance against anyone involved in child abuse cases. We therefore encourage you to report timeously if you suspect any form of child abuse.
Let us all play a part in protecting our children so that they are not exposed to abuse in any form. Should you suspect any form of child abuse, please be quick to report at any nearest police station. From that story, we are taking a short break. Join us in the second segment. Welcome to the second segment of Crime Watch, and thank you for staying tuned. Now, police in Bulawayo accounted for a man who was specializing in stealing copper cables. Police spokesperson for Bulawayo Province, Inspector Abet Nikonguve, tells us more.
Brian Maswanike, aged 29. He has been on the police radar in Zetarapi, Chavalala for suspicions that he was responsible for the theft of copper cables. Information was received and a report followed that Brian was holding hostage a woman aged 36 years who was suspected to be his girlfriend, but the relatives thought he had killed the woman because he had spent 4 days with the woman who was not being seen outside. Police, armed with information that he was a suspect of copper cables, attended scene. Police intelligence in Bulawayo searched the premises and discovered the copper cable that was stashed in a bag. They subsequently arrested the accused person after he had made some attempts to run away. He was then brought to the station where interviews were made with him, and he revealed that he was obtaining these copper cables from the hillside area, that is suburban part of policing of our province, and he was selling or preparing to sell to some dealers. We would want to take this opportunity to thank and appreciate our community members for working tirelessly with the police and for having their faith with the Zimbabwe Republic Police. We urge all the people in Bulawayo to emulate what the community of Chavalala has done so that we can fight crime.
Child abuse cases are a cause for concern to the police and also to the generality of Zimbabweans. The Zimbabwe Republic Police calls for an all-stakeholder participation in ending this scourge. The officer in charge at ATTAINMENT victim-friendly unit, that is Police General Headquarters, spoke on this and more.
We are concerned as the victim-friendly unit with cases of rape that continue to be perpetrated against children. These cases are committed within our homes, and they are being committed by relatives who happen to be fathers, uncles, stepfathers, or any other relatives We encourage parents and guardians not to entrust the girl child in the custody of male relatives or friends or neighbors because they are the main perpetrators of rape. We also encourage parents and guardians to ensure that they monitor the movements of their children at all instances. As the ZRP victim-friendly unit, we carry out periodic awareness campaigns in schools, communities, where we involve stakeholders such as traditional leaders and community leaders to conscientize our children or parents and guardians on how to ensure that our children are safe at all instances. And we encourage stakeholders such as churches and other institutions that work with children to embrace us as the ZRP VFU whenever we come intending to do awareness campaigns. We encourage members of the public to quickly report cases of sexual abuse within 72 hours or at the earliest convenience so that the survivor is able to access medical treatment that enable them to prevent unwanted pregnancies, STIs, and HIV. They are also able to access counseling services by various stakeholders that we work with. Early reporting of sexual offenses will enable the police to gather forensic evidence which will assist them in the investigation of the cases.
It is encouraging that some Christian organizations are advocating for protection of children against all forms of abuse.
Tisu tinokurudzirana kuti atitendere vanhu kuroora vana vadiki. But kune zvimwe zviri kuitwa manje nevamwe vedu kunze zvisingazikanwe. Ndizvo zviri kuzotukisa chitendero chedu manje. Chokuti unoona mwari kunze manje anopezera anotanga nobata kamwana kane 12 years. Oteta mukadzi. Asi musangano redu tinokurudzira kuti vana vadiki vatendere kuroorwa. Hatina murawo uyo kuti unoti ndarota ndazvarira. Izvozvo zvokuzvarira zvokurota nekutora mahara ndizvo zvinozokirieta kuti munhu anobatira mwana achiri mudiki achindi akamuwana. Saka sangano yedu tinokurudzira kuti vanhu ngavaroorwe vakura vaamuzera. Vanochengeta vana vadika vanenge vabhinywa. Whether mwana aabuswa nabamukuru vanova breadwinner mumusha, whether mwana waabuswa namadzibaba ekosi vanava vanhu vane mbiri kana kuti vatova munhu akuverenga murudzi. Regai kutora nyaya dzakadaro muchidzifugidzira pasi. Amai vemwana kana bereko mwana musvika mada kutaurirana namadzibaba ekosi kana mada kutaurirana nemumwe mutendi ari pamwana kuti tipe mari munhu utonzwisisa. Tiri kuti nyaya dzakadaro nyangwe tikadzibata kukereke kuchechi, vatungamiri venhau regai kutonga nyaya dziri related to criminal muchipedzera muchechi.
So we temporarily left ZRP Golf Club and joined Lucy Kuandira, the Communications Officer for the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe in Harare Central Business District. On this week's topic, she focused on pedestrian safety. Let us hear more from her.
Today on traffic safety, we'll be talking about pedestrian safety. Pedestrian safety are the rules and regulations that govern those that use the roads on foot. These road rules and regulations are put in place to protect pedestrians and motorists from being involved in road crashes. In Zimbabwe, you are expected as a pedestrian to walk on the right side of the road, facing oncoming traffic. And if you are in a group, you are also expected to walk in a single file. The idea is to clearly see traffic ahead and also be seen by motorists. We encourage pedestrians to make use of pavements, sidewalks, or footpaths if they find themselves in areas such as the CBD. When you are walking along with a child, you are encouraged to hold the child's hand to prevent them from misbehaving on the roads. When walking along the road at night, you are encouraged to always wear reflective clothing or bright colors so that the driver can see you from a distance. Now, when you want to cross the road, you are encouraged to stop, look and listen, and then proceed with caution. You are expected to cross the road on a straight stretch, not diagonally. Pedestrians are supposed to cross at designated crossing points, such as footbridges, zebra crossings, intersections, and intersections controlled by traffic lights. At a give way sign or a stop sign, You are expected to cross the road when the vehicles have finally stopped or when it is safe to do so. You should always avoid crossing at a curve or between parked cars. This is because at these particular points, you do not have clear vision and the motorist cannot clearly see you as well. We encourage pedestrians to always follow these rules to avoid injury or deaths caused by road crashes.
From the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe and of course from the Zimbabwe Republic Police, the pedestrian safety is our priority. We just do hope that you have learnt a lesson or two from those road rules and regulations. Do not move an inch. Join us in the third and final segment. Welcome to the third and final segment of Crime Watch. The Zimbabwe Republic Police is concerned with people who are into buying and selling of meat without being registered to do so. Not so long ago, ZRP Marimba in Harare carried an operation codenamed Nyama ya Vepi and accounted for a number of culprits who are involved in such dealings.
There is a disturbing trend whereby people are buying and selling meat at unregistered outlets. As the Zimbabwe Republic Police, it is our duty to make sure that such people are brought to book. Recently, we apprehended several people in an operation codenamed Nyama ya Vepi. This operation was carried out in Fakosi and White House in Harare.
Looking at such offences, we encourage members of the public to alert any nearest police station should you suspect anyone dealing in these short deals. Remember, buying meat from such centers exposes you to serious health issues. This is because people involved in such dealings do not follow the required procedures in certifying their meat. This involves police clearance and veterinary services certification. You will also be implicating yourself in a serious criminal offense should you buy from such centers which have not gone through the required certification. Buying such meat also promotes offenses like stock theft. Let's work together to end such unscrupulous activities.
Moving on, police in Bulili-Mamangwe district, that is in Matabeleland South Province, invited a number of stakeholders at Dingimuzi Stadium in Plumtree, where they campaigned against crimes of passion. The Provincial Education Director for Matabeleland South Province represented the Minister of Primary and Secondary Education as the guest of honor.
The thrust of this gathering, ladies and gentlemen, is to fight crime, but in this case today, our arrows, together with the ZRP Bulili-Mamangwe, are targeting crimes of passion. I heard that crimes of passion are now a thorn in the flesh and are increasing with rapidity. Statistically, they increased by 13%. There are a number of reasons as to why people commit crimes of passion, but may I give you only 5 of them, which are jealous, cultural beliefs, unequal power relations, drug and alcohol abuse, and infidelity. Crimes of passion are violent crimes, and as government leaders, we condemn violence to the last. As a mother, my heart bleeds with the pain and the anger as we continue to lose the precious gift from above, the gift of life as a result of petty arguments or misunderstandings emanating from beer drinking, domestic disputes. I am very, very impressed by the police in this district, for they continue to embrace the concept of community policing, and this time they are coming in with yet another voice, the voice of the church. It is very rare to hear that the men of the cloth are leaving their anointed pulpits into the streets offering resources and time fighting crime. As government leaders, we encourage each and every community to participate or to be partakers in the fight against crime.
Thina njengamapholisa eBulamanga district sidanile silapha nje. We are very much worried and concerned about the increase of these cases, our crimes of passion. That's why sicabange ukuthi sike silitshela ukuthi hayiwa into azibanga kakuhle. Sidanile siyazibuza ukuthi kathi kutheni ubaba kasalali lo mntwana wakhe, kutheni ubaba kasalali lo mzukulu, baba sebamba umntwana ke emeze umfazi, umzukulu sengumfazi, umakhelwane kasakwanisa ukuchiya abantu bakhe bekhangela kumakhelwane. Kathi kutheni zinengi indlela i-community engasinceda ngakho kumbe kuze sikwanise ukuthi silwisane nama crimes lawa. Zakhuluma ezinye zangikhona liyazazi. Police constabulary ukujoyina phela la ukuzoncedisa. Ngizomnye uthi ngonqoza ngazi hayi mina ngikwazi ngonqoza. Ngazi ukuthi ngama police constabulary. Liyasincedisa lakwazi ukujoyina in a board watch committee. I-WhatsApp platforms akhona. Ufaka phela whatever any criminal information, put it forward. May assist us. Even xa ungafuni ibizo lakho laziwe, yenza kanjalo. Even ungafuni ifoni yakho yaziwe, yenza kanjalo.
Before we come to the end of this week's episode, here are some people who are on the police wanted list. Jambezi Police is looking for Joshua Ndovu, age 32, of village BH56, Chief Shana Jambezi, for murder. In another case, Mutoko Police is looking for Nicholas Tiga, age 36, of Nire village, Chief Charewa Mutoko, for rape. In another rape case, Mutoko Police is looking for Pension Usai, age 34, of Usai village, Chief Mutoko. Should you have information that may help in locating any of these wanted persons, please feel free to visit or contact any nearest police establishment. Alternatively, you can also link with us on any of the following details. Our national complaints desk number is 0242 703 631. You can also visit our website www.zrp.gov.zw. You can also email us on feedback@zrp.gov.zw. Alternatively, you can link with us on our Twitter handle @PleaseZimbabwe, or like us on our Facebook page, Zimbabwe Republic Please. You can also watch all Crime Watch episodes on our YouTube channel, Zimbabwe Republic Please. It really has been a pleasure having you along, bringing you Crime Watch from the Zimbabwe Republic Police Golf Club in Harare. From the Crime Watch crew behind the scenes, and I, Elliot Kudzai Ganyani. It's bye-bye for now.